Let me start with introducing us to the state of the world. Apparently, magic is something mundane and common, and whole guilds and wizards have been formed, one of which being Fairy Tale. I like the fantasy names of the kingdom, Fiore and the city Magnolia.
Many such guilds dot the landscape of Fiore.
These are beautiful and inspired ways to call your fictional locations. It gives them a bit of identity. It sets the stage for a realm filled with magic and other arcane arts. By the way, I really like the soundtrack. Say what you want about the action and the story, but the songs in Fairy Tales are pretty damn awesome.
The fairy tale!
The effort put into this anime adaptation is visible and well appreciated. You can see there's a lot of love and interest for the series. I like this medieval MMORPG feeling of the anime.
All right!
It's basically the Dark Ages, and yet everything is so cheerful and filled with joy and happiness. No idea how the debate over the nationality of anime characters ended. When it comes to Fairy Tail and Fullmetal Alchemist, yeah, they are Germans. I said it. Now it's official and canon. I've been to Germany, and people there kinda are like this: cheerful, polite, and approachable.
Hooray! He's gonna get me into fairy tale! I just have to keep my mouth shut and try to be nice to that sleazebag until then.
Also, lots of blonde and hot babes in Germany. Like, I've seen so many 10s, man. 10 out of 10, man. I've seen so many 10 out of 10 girls, man.
I'm a bad kitty, and I'm so sad and lonely with no cute boys down here to play with me.
Didn't talk to them, but still, they exist. Which is a perfect way to introduce Lucy Harfilia.
Aw, come on. How much is it really worth? Surely you can cut me a deal.
I love this bimbo. Such a classic anime girl. Big eyes, naive, and with big titties.
If I'm gonna do this, then I'm going all out.
That's the spirit.
This is the gold standard of anime boobs. I love how clueless and joyful Lucy is. She's so naive and superficial and charming. It's hard not to sympathize.
Is it because he's a famous wizard? Is that why my heart's throbbing out of control?
The first episode starts with our blonde bimbo as she's acquiring Celestial Gate keys and looking for a powerful wizard called Salamander.
Oh, I know. Here, this is for you.
No way!
Little did she know there's another weird-looking fellow with a flying cat looking for the same personality.
Hey, Happy? This salamander we're looking for has gotta be Igneel, right?
I also love the retro shonen art style, modern enough not to be completely outdated. It is still a charming reminder of a more simple time in anime history.
No
I
problem.
know I may not look like it, but I'm a wizard too.
That's so.
Yeah, but I haven't joined a guild yet or anything.
And something else you will have to accept about this show is that everyone here is kinda dumb. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, but most members of Fairy Tales and even Fairy Tail villains are very one-dimensional caricatures.
Definitely a pass.
And this works with the silliness of the world, but it's something you will have to accept, as it does not get any better even after 300 episodes.
Come on, Gray. Go ahead and spank me as much as you want.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm not really into
I've
that
been a
stuff.
bad.
The first entry has Lucy and Natsu first encounter, and it is rather entertaining. It is nice to see them work off each other. You can see they have good chemistry, and throughout the series, it is their relationship that is at the core of most worldwide episodes.
Look, Mira Jane just put the official fairy tale mark on my hand.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Welcome to the guild, Looney.
Their name's Lucy.
This is a very good introduction to the world of Fairy Tail. It's fun, simple, and very entertaining. This is such subtle and cool world building.
The centerfold's Mira Jane. She's so pretty. I wish I knew how to get to be a member.
The Sorcery Weekly magazine would eventually come into play a few dozen episodes later.
A reporter from Sorcerer Weekly magazine is coming to the guild later to do an interview.
And now we see how excited and enchanted Lucy is by the prospect of new adventures. We also get a glimpse of Mira Jane, and she's amazing in her bikini.
Why do I have to do it? Aw, don't worry, I can help you out. You really think this is gonna work?
I know she has a strong fan base in the Fairy Tail community, and some consider her to be the best looking girl in anime, and yet I still consider Lucy Nerza to be more beautiful and interesting than her. Lucy has such a dumb bimbo appeal. On one side, she's intelligent and ambitious, and yet when it comes to manipulations, She falls for the easiest traps.
I would love to go to your party tonight!
Wow, that was even easier than I thought it would be.
Two more things from the first episode. I appreciate how Aquarius is her guardian celestial spirit. This is my zodiac sign and I very much can approve of her beauty and personality. She is one fantasy hottie with an attitude, and I think it's also very thematic to see her be a total bitch towards Lucy. She's the only spirit who is aggressive and hostile towards her, and it just figures to be Aquarius.
The next time you so much as think about dropping my key, you're dead.
It won't happen again!
Given most horoscopes, Aquarius is usually evil. Lucy is a rich, spoiled, superficial, little blonde, entitled princess, so the dynamic between her and Aquarius, who is a hardened, moody, and dominant spirit, seems appropriate.
You know about something that I don't? Because if I find out you're keeping secrets from me, you won't live to regret it, bimbo!
The other aspect of the show is how Natsuo used to get this weird, outdated, quirky and retro shonen close-up whenever he was using his special move. It gets dropped later in the series. It is kinda cute to see how hard they might try to be as inclusive and accessible to mainstream audiences. The second episode starts strong, also showing the main weakness of the show.
You lied about that salamander! I'm gonna kick your butt!
First of all, we finally get a glimpse of the Fairy Tail Guild. This is one hell of an introduction. The moment Natsu comes in, the whole guild bursts into violence. It is an all-out brawl.
Oh wow! I'm actually standing inside the Fairy Tail Guild Hall!
And Lucy is so happy and excited to finally join a prestigious wizard organization. Many of the prominent characters have been introduced, like Grey Fall Bastard, who is already showing off his talent of being hot and naked all the time.
Give me back my underwear, jerk!
Excuse me, miss, could I please borrow your underwear?
Of the whole weirdos, Mira Jane seems relatively stable. I mean, she's a model, and a beauty to behold, and yet I still consider Lucy superior, both in looks and personality.
This is Mira Jane, a beautiful wizard who's known for her bikini-clad photo spreads.
Sadly, Urza is introduced to be later, so no sexy, skimpy armor at this point. But this scene has a defined purpose. It sets the tone for the whole anime. It shows that even though Lucy and Natsu are not part of an official organization, things will still remain just as silly and chaotic as before. The show is a comedy, which tries at times to be serious and focused, and it fails terribly at bringing emotions and sense into the story. The strength of Fairy Tail is when everyone is just messing around. There are strong, fun personalities, and it is a joy to see them interact with each other.
Lucy!
Come on, don't be shy, boys. I know I look super cute.
Whenever the show introduces a plot or arc, Fairy Tail shows its limitations. Since Lucy is the main point of focus for the series, I'll also mention her celestial spirits, who make an appearance in the second episode. Tauros is a complete pervert. I did the fact how he likes Lucy and appreciates her as his mistress.
Oh, wow, Miss Lucy. I almost forgot what a nice figure you have. Why don't you come give me a smooch?
Oh yeah, and he's a big perv too.
He's loyal and all the fun. I like the little moments between Natsu and Lucy as well.
Now hand over that blanket!
Ah, she just keeps on talking, huh?
Oh, I know!
They are skillfully shadowed between events, and it adds some weight to their relationship.
You seem like a nice person.
Whoa, did I actually just get a compliment from this guy?
They only become closer and closer with the seasons, and the community has a blast shipping them as a couple. Episode 3 starts strong, with Lucy waking up in her own apartment. You see, while most members of Fairy Tail live in their dormitory, Lucy has chosen to live on her own.
Is my house a real steal at 70,000 jewel a month? Trust me.
Must be her noble blood telling her to enjoy privacy. She's also working on a novel, and is very quiet about it.
What's all this? So you just kicked me in the face over nothing?
Yeah, maybe I would.
I can relate to her, enjoys time on her own, and is a creative writer. Yeah, I found my waifu. In typical main girl in a shonen anime fashion, Lucy also can be quite aggressive, and she kicks Natsu sideways for intruding in her apartment.
My bedroom! Get the heck out of here, you jerks!
Jeez.
This will be a recurring gimmick for our Fairy Tail troublemakers to simply barge in on Lucy, uninvited, and completely ruin her privacy.
Good morning.
I don't like Happy, however. He's okay for familiar, and as a representative of pure emotions from Natsu. But as a side character, damn. I mean, I can't understand the hate.
Oh yeah! Nothing says I'm gonna kick your butt like a crab man with razor claws and tough guy sunglasses! Shut up and let me concentrate.
He's rather annoying and simple. Now, it is also the moment Natsu and Lucy officially form a team. This little scene shows exactly why Fairy Tail is so different from most other anime.
You know a blonde-haired girl, don't we?
Yep, and I bet we can find her a maid's uniform. Why, you sneaky little... That's not fair!
It's so silly, and everyone is acting like a dumb idiot, yet still entertaining. I work with beautiful, superficial people with an IQ below 80. Might not be the premise for everyone, but I still don't like it. I also like Lucy's confidence. She's such a social butterfly. I mean, she's a hot blonde bimbo with some big boobs and a small waist. Of course she thinks highly of her body.
But if this perv likes pretty girls, I'm perfect for the job, right?
Alright, so the first attempt for a story arc is this infiltration mission to some mansion to burn a specific book by the name of Daybreak.
Check out this one, it's sparkly!
Hey, would you get serious and start looking for the book we need?
By the way, I like this ninja parrot design, Natsu does.
We are ninja.
Ninja. Ninjas are supposed to be quiet guys.
It's even more rewarding knowing he does it again in the third season, a few hundred episodes later.
I think you're forgetting something, Urza. I am Ninja.
But when it comes to comedy, you gotta relax and enjoy, and definitely lower your standards. And this little comment coming from Happy.
It's daybreak! Have we been here that long?
Sadly, episode 4 tries to add a bit of sentimental meaning to that Daybreak book and create some sad moments. Again, it does not work with Fairy Tail, and the show sadly tries a lot to be serious and complex and falls flat on its face.
It's the last book that your dad wrote, right? Some of us had killed for that kind of memory.
Gray also seems to want to be on this quest, but he arrives only at the end of the episode.
Oh, great. Nice skivvies.
Still, it was a nice Easter egg for what it is to come for him, as his fortune gets told by his own opponent.
See someone special, but the stars point to great trouble with water and women.
You telling my fortune?
Ah, that's about Juvia, and she's a lot of fortunate trouble.
My beloved Gray, all I ask is for one passionate glance. Oh, my heart is beating so fast!